GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S. I am Wolf, with me is Caldor, and we are about to get into our second match of the night here in the GSL Code S Group of Death.
This group is really, really exciting, and I think besides today's group, the only tournament that gets me going right now this much is actually the European Championship. I stayed up the entire night yesterday to watch Spain against Portugal, and once again Spain is in the finals, and today, guess what? Today,
Italy versus Germany, man.
Exactly. I'm going to stay awake the entire night to see how Germany is going to crush Italy.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I hope so too, to be honest.
Nah, we'll find out. This is going to be a great game. So for all the football fans out there, today is going to be awesome. But we are here to cast some StarCraft, and that is some high-level StarCraft at that.
Yep, there we have MarineKing versus MC. They're actually chatting it up earlier before we even got into their booths, being friendly with each other.
One small thing about football, though. The funny thing that happened yesterday, while I was waiting for the game, I actually played some Diablo 3, and I met some Koreans and Chinese in the game, and suddenly, randomly, they started talking about the European Championship. It was so funny. And I had an argument with one of them, because I personally don't like Ronaldo as a player. I think he whines too much, QQ all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And he was like, no, I love him, I love him. Like, no, he's a good player, but still. It was so funny, even on the Asian server. So guys, if you are a football fan, tweet at me at Carl and tell me, who do you think is going to win today's match and who's going to win the European Championship?
Yep, definitely do that. While you watch this amazing game that is about to unfold, it will be game one between MarineKing and MC. The map is Ohana. Let's jump into it.
On. We have our Terran versus Protoss, both of them smirking like crazy in the lobby when we had those shots from the booths. At the bottom right, that Korean voice just distracted me completely. At the bottom right of the map we have
MarineKing Prime.
Suddenly there comes this Korean announcing voice in my head. I'm like, what happened? Completely sidetracked, but here he is.
There he is. And at the top left, his Protoss opponent, formerly of the team OGS, currently of the team SK, the only Protoss to ever win a GSL. His ID is
SKMC.
Hey, look at how big his plaque was, man. He didn't even need a plaque that big, but they gave it to him.
The thing that fascinates me right now about this match is that they are roughly tied. When it comes down to the maps that they've won when they met in really big tournaments, they are at 50-50%. So, and the funny thing is, if you not only look at the maps, but you look at the best of threes, it's exactly the same thing. It's like MarineKing wins one set, the next set is won by MC, and it goes on and on and on like that. So, really, really interesting. And now we have the first game on Ohana in the group of death. The winner of this best of three, he is going to meet Squirtle in the winner's match, and the loser is up against Symbol.
You're absolutely right. This is a very important match. But you know, the thing is, whether you win or you lose, you either have to fight Squirtle or you have to fight Symbol, man. Like, think about that. Either way, it's not going to be good.
It's a lost situation.
You want to win, but even if you win, you might have to play both. It's just not a good situation.
That is an awesome drawing.
Yeah, that is actually really sick.
He looks a little puffy on the cheeks, but still.
Wow. That was actually a cool drawing.
Yeah,
so, we see that the probe will scout the gas, and that is really, really important.
And
MC is going to know.
He traps the probe, traps in the main base, and it's a matter of preference what exactly you want to do. If you want to try to force the probe to stay outside when you build the supply depot earlier, if you want to trap it and use the Marine to take it down, because he will take down one of the workers of your opponent. There's a lot of different things that Terran players like to do. Some like to trap it, some like to just let it escape or just force it outside.
Oh, is he going to see the second barracks? Oh, he will! And this is amazing for MC, because now he knows no factory tech.
Yeah.
100% certain what's going on.
Well, MarineKing is adding the second gas now anyway, so he will be on 2 gas. He has the second barracks coming up, as you mentioned, and the first reactor is ready. MC has the scouts. At this point, he is well aware of what's about to come. He's chrono boosting one of his stalkers too.
And MC has double gas himself.
Yes.
He may decide to just add a robotics, play super safe regardless of what he's seen. And even though MarineKing has double barracks, like you mentioned, very importantly, he has the second gas, and there's the factory. This is not going to be for QXC style one base medevac drops. It is going to be for siege tanks. MarineKing loves to add siege tanks into his composition. He's going to do this newer style of 2 racks with siege tanks push. While he takes an expansion, he can fall back to his siege tanks. This is actually a really, really cool build that we're seeing a little bit more recently in Korea, and I really, really like it.
Those siege tank builds on Ohana, they are really intense. This is actually one of the ways how Parting lost in the last GSL season. And I can still remember when he was forced into a position on the high ground when he tried to win against the siege tanks, against the lockdown basically, and he overcommitted himself to an attack that to a fight that he should have not engaged in. He was actually walking into the choke point against the siege tanks, a big problem. So it's really difficult. Once the Terran player sets up this position, it is really difficult for you to break through and to make it happen. So MC has to be very, very careful about approaching this. He's gathering scouting information now. He wants to know exactly when and what he's facing.
You're right, and I really like that MC has gone and forced his way up the ramp. He lost a lot of hit points on his Zealot, but he verified that the tech lab was on the second barracks. And yeah, he still doesn't know about the siege tanks, but he can assume that this is something that MarineKing is known for. This is something that's becoming more popular in Korea. So when he saw that tech lab on the barracks, it verified that he's not going to have really fast siege tanks. He didn't cancel. He's not pulling a fast one on him. He's not going to have any Banshees coming towards his base right now or anything like that. But you know, he does get that information, and I think he's not going to cut any corners. He's already got the Robo finishing up. He's adding 2 additional gateways. His Nexus is up, and this is going to be a tough pressure build to hold, but he certainly can do it.
We currently have the harvester count on 23 to 29, by the way, 2 base for MC, so he has to make sure that he's still producing a couple of probes, but if he's overcommitting himself now to his economy, he will lack the units later on to defend against this push. So he will have to have cut probes at some point in order to give the priority to his army, and as long as he's aware of what exactly is going to happen, he will definitely do it. So I don't see him building too many probes here, because he's well aware there is no second base right now for MarineKing. There is no command center.
You're right. And he's chrono boosting out an Observer. This is going to verify what's going on. The Observer just popped. He's starting his first Immortal. Siege mode is on the way. He's going to push out as this is coming.
Okay, sorry for a second. I thought he was quite supply blocked quite severely here, but he actually is not.
Oh, look at this timing.
Very well done. A perfect timing for the pylon. He has to cancel it, but he sees the drop. Well done.
Yep, now he's going to be able to prepare for that. Right now, he's got no stalkers.
And he stopped his harvester production. Right now, MC is going a little bit easier on the pro production because he knows that he has to prepare for a push. He knows that he needs units now, but he is still ahead in economy. He has more harvesters than his opponent. 37 to 23, and 2 bases.
To move down all he lost his Observer. He needs to make the tank siege up once with his force shields before he gets to the ramp. If he doesn't do that, he's not going to be able to use his sentries at all. Once the tank siege up, he's got the medevac provision. These sentries will become useless, and he's actually not going to try to do that. He waits for his second Immortal, but now his sentries, as I said, they're useless, and he's going to have to defend 2 fronts as units are now being elevated into the main. The Stalkers are coming over here, but these Marines have stim.
They stim in, they try to take the battle, they go in, but whoa, the force field's trying to snipe a few of the Marines, and the Stalkers not getting another shot at the medevac. Very tense here. MC trying to make this happen, and MarineKing so far was not able to sneak those Marines into the main base. He's pulling the SCVs now.
Yeah, he's got to. He knows this is basically all in for him. This is actually not basically all in. This is all in. Another tank is going to finish here. He's moving up the ramp very bravely now with the 3rd siege tank and double medevacs. And MC, yeah, he held that first push pretty cost efficiently, but the second wave of units coming up his ramp is going to be much tougher, and he's starting to take siege tank fire already. So patient right now is MarineKing.
Nice, very well sieged up position here, but we have 3 Immortals right now, and this is the cue for MC to move out. He takes down those Marines, he puts the force fields in there, but he's not targeting the siege tanks, and they do an immense amount of damage.
The siege tanks too, but the Immortals will remain alive. He doesn't have any force fields left here. The medevac's really helping out, and even the SCV's tanking some Immortal damage. The next round of Zealots, though, may be enough for him. He's got his pros ready to pull.
MarineKing is trying to make this happen, but MC is pulling ahead in supply. MarineKing with a really bad economy right now. MC is pulling his probes. He's trying to break through. He has to focus these siege tanks. He's moving in, annihilating the Marines. Still 3 Immortals left, and he takes down tank and army of MarineKing. MC about to crush this force, and end game 1 in his favor.
Absolutely so. He's chasing down the medevacs now. The Stalkers do decide not to pursue in fear that there could be more hidden Marines he doesn't know about. He pulls back. He's going to take his 2-base economy and run with it. Right now, it's the worker count is actually 20 to 15 in MC's favor, but MarineKing has no transition available to him. He cannot make a command center right now. If he does, he's going to have to wait. He's going to lose so much production, whereas MC has the better army, and he can just continue to use all of his Chrono Boost on probes. And what can MarineKing do here? I mean, he's going to try to go for a drop, but it's going to be largely ineffective.
Well, as MC lost a fair amount of probes in the last engagement, he's just now trying to increase his worker count again, but he already has a 10 supply worker lead in regards to his opponent. And the one thing that MC is lacking here are mules. He can only call down so many with 1 command center. He tries to make this drop happen, but the Stalkers, they are in position. MC, he plays this very, very smart. He knows the game is not over just yet, but he knows that he's in a great position, and he thinks about what he has to do in order to secure this position.
Yeah, I think basically what we're going to see here is MarineKing take a few big risks that are high risk, high reward, because that's all he really can do. Like this double drop here may actually catch and kill all these Stalkers if he actually unloads it right away, and that could be something that gets him back into this game. Here we go. He's got a siege tank in this drop as well, and he will lose 1 medevac. The second one will. Oh, he actually saves it, and see, this is exactly what MarineKing needs to do. He's going to attack at the natural at the same time.
Well, we have still those forces in the main base so far. MC did well, but will he be able to clear this force? It certainly looks like it, as now the Immortal joins the battle and starts to take down the siege tank. And oh wow, MarineKing is in so much trouble. He dropped down to 46 supply. His worker count is at 22 on 1 base against 30 for MC. MC's economy is kicking in right now, and MarineKing is in so much trouble.
Now basically he won't be able to hold this push. He's going to try to circumvent it. He's spotted though with the drop. The Stalker's coming in here. We'll see how good his siege tank medevac micro is. It looks like it's pretty good, but will it be enough? He is cornered. He's trying to play ring around the watchtower here. He's on his way out, but I mean MC will just chase and hunt him down. Those units are called Stalkers for a reason.
Wow. At this point, what exactly can MarineKing do? He's down in army supply, he's down in worker supply, he is in a tough spot. As you said, he has to take a lot of risks in order to make this happen. If he is able to establish a really good job and take down MarineKing's MC's economy, maybe he'll be able to get back into this, but it's going to be tough. The second command center now really late. Of course, he can also lift the CC in his main base and try to fly to a different position as soon as the mineral patches are gone. But MC is now starting to tech again. He adds the Twilight Council here, and he is in great shape.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised we see Twilight Council rather than Robotic Support Bay, but it does lend itself to upgrades. MC may get a Forge very soon as well. His economy is really starting to get out of control. He's got the Observer to let him know, okay, MarineKing hasn't taken his natural yet. I'm still ahead in economy. I don't even need to attack yet. He starts Blink. It's going to help him against the drop play that MarineKing may continue to throw at him.
Yeah, exactly. With a blink, he can actually try, and if he scouts well and he sees the dropships, he can try to bait them in, blink underneath them with the stalks, and snipe them before all the Marines and siege tanks are unloaded. So blink is a good choice here. But yeah, if he is able to get his economy up again, he is already at 40 harvesters, but if he adds additional ones and gets a great income, he will most likely also add the robotics bay in order to get some of his some Colossi into the game, but that would also require time, and I don't think that MarineKing will give him the time because he knows he has to finish it like now, and even the Dark Shrine now
Dark Shrine is a really cool investment because it's going to really hurt someone who has the real strong need for the mules right now. So many Immortals in this mix. Zealot's actually caught a little bit in back, and the Force Field's actually working against MC here, but even so, he's just going to pull back up the ramp. As soon as the Force Fields are gone, he's going to be in great shape. There are, all those units are using stim, using a lot of medevac energy, and he actually just wants him to come up here now. Zealot's running in. These Force Fields are so good.
Brilliant, catching all of the Marines.
And the Stalkers, they have blink. They can just blink down.
They don't really have to. With 4 Immortals in the mix, those siege tanks are gone, and he is taking down the medevacs as well. Oh my god, this was so well played by MC, and just look at MarineKing. His army is in shatters. He is completely annihilated by MC's force, and this is the last straw. MarineKing trying to defend the choke point, but MC, he is now carrying all this momentum into the heart of MarineKing's base.
Yeah, he will, and Stalkers blink back. All the Marines running around here desperately trying to find a target, but this is going to be the game ender. 4 Immortals charging in. He GG's, and MC takes game 1 on Ohana, holding a very aggressive Marine tank timing with medevacs.
I'm really impressed here. MC with a great performance. MarineKing tried to make this one base style work with the siege tank and Marine composition that he used to siege up at the low ground on the choke point Ohana. And MarineKing is not happy here. He certainly did expect things to go a different way. And MC, I don't know, there was not really a point in the game where I thought, okay, MC is about to lose this now.
No, he looked strong the entire time. I really admired both players' patience at the first engagement. MC did not fight too soon like we saw Parting do against MVP in that round of 4 match we were talking about. And we didn't see MarineKing actually overextend at first either. He was very cautious, but unfortunately, MC knew what was going on from the start. He double-checked several times. First with his probe, he got into the main base. The second time, he had the Stalker and Zealot check. And look at that. Wearing his new GSL pin since he's a double-time champion. The only Protoss ever to win. Wow.
Yeah, I like this. I actually like that they have those badges now. And we are already in the lobby for map number 2. MC is up a game, and next map is going to be Antigua. A really great map for Terran versus Protoss. A lot of Protoss players are not too happy with this map. Well, the thing is, you have a lot of options what you can do. You can go for 3-gate pressure, you can go for a Blink Stalker build, trying to make use of the high ground, low ground situation with one of your observers. Colossi timings can be very effective here. But still, if the Terran is able to drop you, is getting a little bit momentum, carrying it on, and maybe flanking your army in the middle of the map, then you are in trouble. So it's a great map for a TVP in my opinion. I really enjoy the match that we've seen on it so far.
Yeah, this is a map that is really, really good in this matchup. And the reason why MarineKing has chosen, I feel, is because we are going to see that double medevac pressure that he executes so well. This is the best map in the entire pool for that build. I mean, the only other map ever created that's better for that is Shakura's Plateau, but it's not in the pool, so he has to pick Antigua, and that's what he's doing here. Really, really good choice by MarineKing, and MC's got to know what's coming. Even if you know it's coming against this guy, though, he is the king of Marines for a reason.
I like how both of them are now chatting away in the lobby and are just smiling like crazy, bantering. I love this. This is good fun. This is good sportsmanship.
It absolutely is. We'll see if it carries into game number 2 here. MarineKing needs a win or he will drop to the losers match. This is the GSL Code S with Caldor and Wolf.